we are here to live intentional lives. And so intention is the essence of everything to some degree. And it's something that we forget, and we just kind of go along and live our lives, which again can work to some degree, but living with intention can ground us in our power, our divine power and strength, and help us serve our divine purpose here on earth.
So the topic for our upcoming webinar is intentions and on the Awake Life. And the question that occurred to me, a couple of questions came to me as I was thinking about this topic. The first is really like, what is the difference between setting an intention and manifestation?
We're recording this, it's the beginning of the year. We're recording this for the new year, and yet intentions are highly powerful to set throughout the year, sometimes on a daily basis, intention on what we're doing in our days and what we're opening to. And yet in the new year, we tend to talk about resolutions, and setting New Year's resolutions. And that word feels very human based. It is something where I resolve to change every aspect of my life that is not working, every aspect of my life that is challenged. And
I screwed it all up.
Yeah,
all over again.
Totally, yeah. So the difference to me with intention versus I resolve to correct and right all wrongs, an intention comes from a much deeper place. It comes from our divine self rising up and reflecting to us. Gives me the chills when I say this. Rising up and reflecting to us what we are divinely capable of opening to, what we're divinely capable of healing, what we're divinely capable of expanding in our lives. And so with intention, there needs to be deep reflection versus I see these things in my life that are not right, and I resolve to make them right. Intention is, I see these things in my life, I feel these challenges in my heart, and I ask for divine support in allowing an intention to rise up inside of me to help to heal what stands in my way of health, divine health, body, mind, heart, and soul. So, for instance, a lot of people talk about intentions of creating more health. People go into like intentions around exercise, around weight loss, around a lot of various different things in terms of their bodies. And when we go into that energy and sit with the energy of what is my true intention here, I feel discord in my heart. I feel discord in my mind. I feel discord even like viscerally in my body around this area of my life. Divine light, help me to drop into an intention that can support me in expanding into more health. I always have to make sure the TH is heard in that word. Health in my body, mind, heart, and soul. And so, interestingly, there wouldn't be like a rote answer around, each person would have a different, potentially divinely inspired intention around weight loss. It might be peace within my body. I want to feel peace within my body. I want to feel peace in my heart around my body. I want to find healing. I intend and ask for divine support in finding healing around this area of my life. And so it could be that, it could be literally physical health around weight loss, that your physical health is challenged, and divine light help me to find an intention would be, I need to find ways, or my intention would be to open to a better relationship with my physical body. I open to the ability to listen to my body. I intend to listen to my body and what it needs. I intend to ask for divine support around listening to my body and what it needs. So intention is a divine word. Of course, it's a human word, an English language word, and yet it comes from the deep part of our soul. That doesn't mean that everyone who sets intentions has gone deep into their soul to listen to them. A lot of people, intentions and resolutions are the same thing in their mind. But what we're going to talk about in this group is how to really access that deeper intention, how to access our divine voice, how to access our soul, what it's wanting to grow into in this year. And as I say, with intention, it's not just in this year, in this day. What do I want to grow into in this day? What do I want to open to? So
often, like you said, around this time of year, or for some of us, like around our birthdays, we kind of get aligned and set goals or intentions that we spend, true time kind of like considering, and then within days for some, weeks for other, definitely months for most, it's gone. And so I also wonder, like, how to build, like, when we set an intention, like how to truly build it into a daily practice, so that it can really like become, it like has the opportunity to manifest.
Such a good question. It feels like intentions wonderfully are always growing. So they are not something that you and I set an intention in one day, and that is the intention that stays, kind of. And yet, seeing the growth of intentions can help us to see that we're growing as human beings, that we're expanding, that our consciousness is growing, that we are healing, that we are transforming, that we are awakening to more and more of the deep divine self that is our truth. And so I highly recommend a intention journal, but with the caveat that it's a journal that's always growing. It's not something where we write down our intentions again once and then just go back to them and sit with that same intention. Having conversation with intention, where am I at with this aspect of my life? And then bringing in new nuances of intention as we go through the year. And it's kind of interesting. I like the thought of either a birthday or the new year being a time to start an intention journal, and then, finishing that journal to some degree by the end of the year, and then getting to kind of reflect on where have I grown? Where do I want to continue to grow? That's always the key, is to see if we're judging ourselves, witness if we're judging, and just divine light help me to release that judgment and help me to know that these intentions are growing over time, and wherever I'm at is divine and perfect. but it does feel like intentions aren't something we can just set and toss aside. We want to, those of us on this in this group are opening to conscious lives, living conscious lives already and opening to even more conscious lives. And so living with intention is a powerful way to live, and really setting intention around relationships, setting intention around, again, our day. What do I feel is beautifully, wonderfully divine in this day, and how can I honor that and let that intention of beauty rise up inside of me? We have a special guest this next group. Her name is Leah Berger. She is a channel as well, and she also channels through music and sound. And she is going to come on 15 minutes before the group starts to bring in sacred space through her music. Really excited to share that with you all if you can join us a little early.